Yo, what's good? This play SHADO on SoundCase. Hit my line.
Can you introduce yourself to the world? Who is Play SHADO? And what do you do in the creative field?
I'm from Miami-Dade, born and raised. Grew up in Little Haiti most of my life. Haitian American. I produce, I engineer, I edit videos, I DJ, graphic design. And currently I'm learning 3D animation and modeling.
So how did you first get into visuals, producing, and DJing? Was there a specific moment or an influence that made you decide to take it seriously?
So I first got into things out of curiosity. I've always had the question, like, how are these things made, you know? And nobody in my family could really answer me. As a kid, I would always see DJs set up like the big speakers and everything. I remember seeing DJ Chipman performing like a couple times in my neighborhood in Little Haiti. And that always inspired me, how he can get the crowd to move and get the crowd to like have fun. I got my first laptop when I was 11, and it's been history from there. Like, I remember searching up like free DJ program, free producer program, and I found Virtual DJ and FL Studio, like the demo, like FL10, I think. And yeah, it's been history since then. I've always been a computer nerd because I've had my first computer since I was 5, like my first desktop computer when I was 5. I started making beats in like 8th grade. I got really inspired by like Rated Clan, Metro Zoo, Madlib, Posh God. Like Posh God is my favorite producer. And yeah, and then I've just been keeping it going since then. Visuals, honestly, with visuals, I was really inspired by Metro Zoo. Metro Zoo and Uncle Luke, like, they've always been the big influence on my visuals. And I always love Miami natives, so like they've been like a big part of my like inspiration. What made me take it serious, I would say after I quit my first job working at Publix, I knew that's not what I wanted to do. Really just believing in myself, because as most kids from the Caribbean that are artists can relate, like, you know, at first your parents aren't that like, you know, they're kind of confused like what you want to do as an artist, or they're not really that supportive, you know, as an artist. When I finally quit my job, I went to music school. I went to SAE to learn how to be an engineer, because I knew engineering is like the best place to get into a studio. And yeah, like since then, I just always had a plan, because I could produce, I could do all these things. So I know being in the studio could help me expand my resume.
Can you share with us a couple of your favorite projects you worked on so far, and what's next for Play SHADO?
Some of my favorite projects I worked on are honestly Rob Banks' album from the past 5 years, because I started working with him in 2020, and I've worked on like every mixtape / project since then. And since we started working together, like, he really showed me how to be a better producer and engineer. Because to me, like, ever since high school, he's been like the GOAT at like music. And like working with him, like, he works fast and like he knows how he wants the music to sound. So like it pushed me to like keep up at his pace and like and work hard like he does. Because like I've always been an engineer before that, but it's like working with him, like, he'll be in the studio for like damn near 12 hours. Like he'll be in that bitch all day, like making music, getting it right. And also, like, as a producer, like making beats for him, like he pushed me to like know what you want out of music, you know. He helped me how to be a better arranger, you know, arrangement and everything. So I would say working with him has been my favorite project. Also working with this artist named Pedro Truestar. She's from Broward. With her projects, she always had like a direction and vision that she wants to have, and I would always like provide sounds that match her vision. So also, me and Cell 6 project, like, that's probably one of my favorite projects I've ever done. Working with Cell has been like amazing for real. She's like, it's like, for me as a producer, it's not always easy to work with other producers. I don't know, sometimes you would think it's easy to work with other producers, but it's really not, because sometimes the vibe don't match or whatever. But me and Cell, it's like, it's kind of like we knew each other even before we knew each other, you know? Because like, we like the same music. We both listen to R&B music. We both like dance music, and I don't know. It just made sense. Like every time we collab, like it just flows like water. Like well, it's almost like one brain is working, you know. And since we made our first beat together, like we immediately said like, yeah, we gotta make a project. And for the past like 3 months, we've been working on it. And we had like maybe like 15 tracks, 20 tracks, and then we just boiled it down to like the best 10. The whole point of the project was just to, highlight like different dance music and different vibes. Just put like our worlds together and put our love for the music together, And we finally released it, and it's been great. Me and Sel produced it, of course, and then Near Dark mastered it. And Sel had an amazing graphic designer work on the cover art. Hit me up on Instagram if you guys need producing, you need an engineer, if you need a DJ for your show, you need a graphic designer, cover art, if you need like a logo, like a 3D logo, logos, like I do it all basically. Like anything creative I can sit down and just work on, Like I just love being creative. So any service you need, I could do that.